Welcome
to the Westside BID
AGM 2022.
Good evening everyone and welcome to the Westside BID 2022 AGM. As you can see, like we did last year, we're having to do this virtually, purely in the interest of keeping everybody safe as we come out the back end of the restrictions. Now, the AGM is always a great opportunity to take a moment to pause and reflect back on the last 12 months and what has been a very challenging period for us all. It's also an opportunity to share some of the great things that are going to be happening here in Westside in the 12 months ahead. But before we do any of that, I'd like to start off by saying a huge thank you to all of our members for their continued support through what has been a very challenging period for us all. I know that we can all acknowledge and appreciate the impact that COVID-19 has had on all of us. But from my observations here in Westside, we've continued to see our members, our board, our directors and our Westside BID team continue to collaborate and work together to get through this difficult period. So it's a big thank you from me. And in particular, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Mike, Elaine, Nazim, Louisa and Pete for switching the way in which they normally work to a more hybrid way of working and been really flexible to keep the show on the road over the last 12 months. So big thank you to all of you. Now, what's ahead? So we've got lots of things happening over the next 12 months here in Westside. Just to share a couple with you, we're finally going to see the completion of the tram works down Broad Street. Cannot wait to see the first tram go down the street and help connect visitors to the city in a different way which they've never experienced before. And as we all are fully aware, in July we are going to welcome the Commonwealth Games to the city. And this is going to be a great opportunity for everybody across Westside to show off all the delights that we have here. So really looking forward to that. Now, sadly, during that same time, I am going to be moving away from the Westside BID area. And with great sadness, I'd like to inform all of our members and our directors that I will be standing down as chair. But this gives somebody an opportunity to be put forward as our new chair for the year that we have ahead. So with that in mind, I'm now going to pass back to returning officer Mike Ollie solely for the purposes of the election of the new chair. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mike Ollie, and since 2005 I've been looking after the team here at Westside BID. Up until 2015, of course, known as the Broad Street BID. It's a great role which I enjoy. Westside is clearly known and celebrated as a major nighttime economy, yet in fact it's not even 20% of our overall makeup. Banking and financial services is significant, employing the bulk of the 15 or so thousand day jobs in Westside. I wouldn't claim it's a 24-hour economy we look over, but it often feels like that. The important role of the BID is to project and protect the area and all its businesses. I feel we do a good but never are we complacent job. We strive for constant improvement. Since the last AGM, myself and the team have been busily battling COVID and the massive negative impact it's had on the area. Unintended consequences have featured. Back end of 2021, you may recall, we had increased reporting of spiking, a terrible crime. Police figures indicated few, if any, reported in the Westside actually occurred. However, what prompted such reports? I spoke to the woman who led the Girls' Night In social media campaign. Her suggestion was that people didn't feel at ease in our pubs, bars and nightclubs. Now, much is done constantly and will continue to be done to address these perceptions. Yet I wonder if the increased airflow in our entertainment venues, which was there to protect against COVID, which made the establishment a little chilly, did that very difference in temperature somehow make the revellers, some of the revellers, feel uncomfortable? In so many ways, it's been so different. The tram build over the last 4 years has been painful. Sensitivities all around, and for many of our businesses, massive losses in revenues. But the tram build is in its final stages. This has been a daily challenge for all those years. It's been emotional, and I hope that once I can buy a ticket to travel the length of Broad Street to Five Ways, I can feel it's all been worth it. I hope so, and I think it will be. I can't address the AGM without mentioning other major construction and building projects in Westside. Arena Central, which has been building out quietly for some years now and looking brilliant as it concludes. The remarkable Centenary Square, concluded during COVID and now subject to minor planned works. The refurbishment and new additions at Symphony Hall and the Repertory Theatre, all real boosts at that end of the street. The ever young and fresh Brindley Place, 30 years or more old, but still the ever youthful quality environment it is. Arguably the best such business environment in the UK. Jury's Inn, undergoing a massive resplendent refit and refurb even now. Not to forget Rosie's, one of our city's major nightclubs, looking fantastic after a complete lift. The Left Bank's Twin Towers are complete and sold out. Modus opposite, also nearing completion of their high-end private to let accommodation. Where does all the time go? Work is now advanced on the Old Wharf, with full demolition recently completed and groundworks underway. Taylor Grange's development are on course for its 35-storey apartment and hotel complex. How wonderful is that? Finally, the remodelling of the old Five Ways building, which had Tesco's on the ground floor, now beautifully guided by Colmore Tang, it's well underway. Millions upon millions of pounds committed to Westside. With this constant investment, it feels like nostalgia for me since 2005 has been a building site. Never a dull day.
Hello, my name is Nazim Akhtar and I am the BID's Deputy General Manager. 2021 has continued to present many unique challenges, to say the least, and I have been working continuously behind the scenes to ensure that we achieve the very best results for our members and that the work of the BID continued unabated despite the oft changeable restrictions of the pandemic. From liaising with MMA regarding the tram build to working closely with local partners such as Greater Birmingham, Solihull EP and Birmingham City Council, signposting, financial support, training and opportunities for our businesses, we have sought to continuously champion our businesses and the Westside area. We further assisted our members with legal and other specialist advice on matters such as licensing and traffic management issues. The BID has been instrumental in leading the challenge to the TRO for Broad Street and the surrounding roads. Our objections have led to a rethink of the TRO, which is currently being amended to reflect the real concerns of not only our members but also our colleagues in the police. We have supported local and national campaigns, including those around female safety, drink spiking and creating safe spaces to assist and support patrons visiting the Westside area. In conjunction with the Director of Public Health in Birmingham, we offered free lateral flow tests with e-COVID bike delivery to members by our wardens. And whilst many office spaces converted to remote working since the onset of the pandemic, at Westside we have maintained our presence in the area and worked to ensure our office remains COVID secure for the office team and our wardens who work directly with the public. Westside BID is incredibly fortunate to have a proactive pub watch board which works together to enhance the nighttime economy experience not only for our customers but staff as well. Now I'd like to hand over to my colleague Louisa Huggins.
Hi, I'm Louisa Huggins, the Media and Communications Manager for the Westside Business Improvement District. I work hard to ensure that the Westside District is always provided with the very best media opportunities to help increase brand awareness for the businesses and raise the district's profile as a whole. We are incredibly pleased to have a partnership with local TV whereby we create bespoke and generic commercials and news pieces to help support particular business or a wide-scale activity happening within the area. I'm pleased to report that in January 22 there was an overall increase upon the previous month relating to our social media engagement figures. Our Facebook reach increased by 45% to 7,000 for the month. There was a 46.7% increase with our Twitter impressions, bringing it up to a total of 16.6 thousand. There was a 20% increase on website visits in comparison to the previous month, and overall there's been a very, very positive increase on our Instagram engagement. The Westside Media Department is incredibly pleased to have built a very robust working relationship with national and regional news publications, which always ensures that our content is heard across the UK and on some occasions across the world. With the Commonwealth Games fastly approaching, we are thrilled to have the Central Media Hub located in Centenary Square, meaning that Westside will take centre stage over the summer. We have an exciting range of activities planned for everyone over the summer, which will help to drive footfall, resulting in increased revenue for our leisure and hospitality businesses. Myself and Elaine have worked on some incredibly exciting events, including a Peaky Blinders talk with Professor Carl Chin and a separate event to support International Women's Day. However, I'll allow my colleague Elaine to explain a little bit more about that in her update. Unfortunately, I won't be here from the beginning of April. However, I have a great individual who will oversee the department during my absence, and most importantly, ensure that all businesses are heard and attended to. I'd now like to hand over to my colleague, Elaine Weir. Over to you.
Thanks, Louisa. My name is Elaine Weir, and my role is to support members in any queries or concerns they may have, coordinate a range of events, and I'm excited to be working on several, including a diversity conference which will be held in May. Also, our Common Man Games, which will be going alongside the Commonwealth Games, and also do invoicing for the bid. We've just had a fabulous event to recognise International Women's Day held at our Hilton Garden Inn, which is also a very, very fabulous event. This was working with our hats and heels. So lots of good events ahead. And I'd also like to just hand over now to our Warden team leader, Pete Willis.
Thank you for that. Wardens have continued to patrol Westside throughout the pandemic and since reopening. We work 7 days a week, day and night, and we're concentrating on the core values of safer, cleaner, brighter. Wardens can be seen handing out water to the vulnerable, helping them find places to stay, and flip-flops to those that have maybe had a great night but their feet ache. Wardens are here helping businesses and the members of the public all year round, every day of the week. Thank you.
Westside BID is incredibly fortunate to have a proactive pub watch ward that works together to enhance the nighttime economy experience for not only customers but also staff. In 2022, BID Director and Pub Watch Chairman Matthew Symes stepped down after playing an invaluable role in the functioning of the BID. Watch this next clip to see how we celebrated his achievements.
Matthew, you've moved on from Broad Street. You've been promoted within Stonegate. Fantastic news. Bad news is that we've lost you. You're no longer a BID director. You are no longer the chairman of Westside Pub Watch. A great pity, but congratulations. As a mark of our respect, as a mark of our gratitude for what you did over the years you was with us, we'd like to present you with a silver plate which marks your tenure of office.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mike. Really appreciate this. And yes, as you said, I have changed my roles, but and it has meant that I've had to leave Broad Street, which is a bit of a shame because I loved every minute of it. Every time I was here, all the time I was here, and especially working with you guys at the BID. So I want to pass on my thanks to all the BID directors, all the office staff, and yourself as well, which we work closely along the way. And like I said, I'm going to miss working on this street. It's such a vibrant part of the city and a really good part of the business district that I'm going to miss it every time. But I will be coming back to visit, so you haven't got rid of me completely. But once again, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Matthew, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now to update you on Pub Watch, which aims to support and assist in providing a safe and vibrant nighttime economy in the Westside area. Our member venues and staff work closely with the BID to ensure the best possible experience for customers and visitors to the area. Members are in daily contact via the BID's radio link and WhatsApp group chat, which ensures that any incidents and news can be quickly communicated to all members. Pubwatch takes a keen interest in all matters that affect our venues, and we have, with Westside BID's logistical help and financial support, provided and dealt with matters such as legal and other specialist advice to members on licensing and COVID-related matters, specialist advice regarding traffic management with regard to the tram build and now the subsequent TRO, liaised with the police to bring a safe space to Westside, facilitated meetings with police on various matters, facilitated meetings with MMA regarding the progress of the tram build, responded as a collective to the racist incident which made national headlines which occurred on Westside last year, addressed issues regarding female safety and drink spiking. The Westside Pubwatch looks forward to continuing serving the area and striving for the very best results.
Now we've had the pleasure of hearing from some of the Westside BID team, I'd like to introduce you to BID Director Gerard Manton and Media and Events Assistant Jazz Sanzi, who will discuss some of the BID's plans for summer 2022.
Mike, many thanks for that. As a collective, we've had several meetings on how the Westside can get involved in the Commonwealth Games. And I am thrilled to say that we've come up with some really exciting concepts that we will be presenting to you in future meetings. If you are a member of the community or an organisation and you have an event planned for the city in the summer, then please do get in touch with the Westside office team, who will be more than happy to help you and support you with your event.
My name is Jazz Sansi. I'm often on the other side of the camera, photographing the great and the good at the city's events. We're excited to be working with local businesses within Westside to enhance the community spirit by coordinating events that will drive footfall and increase the district's profile. It's been a challenging year for many, but we're confident that 2022 will be an unforgettable and fabulous year.
The BID has had the pleasure of working with some influential characters in the city. So I'd like to hand over to Ed James, who will talk about the importance of the BID and all the things that we have to look forward to.
Hello, Ed James here from Heart. I just wanted to say hats off. Well, I'm not going to take my hat off because I haven't done my hair. But the guys and the team at Westside are just absolutely flying at the moment. They're doing an amazing job as part of the BID and for wider Birmingham as well, with things like TV campaigns and support and help and advice, and just flying the flag for the amazing things that happen there all the time. I mean, we're based just off Brindley Place here at Heart, so I see the changes every day and it just comes alive. There's so many amazing things happening there, and I know the team is right behind all of it. I can't wait for the tram to open. Obviously we've got the Com Games happening as well, so Centenary Square will just be the centrepiece of the Commonwealth Games with the world's eyes, 1.5 billion pair of eyes on Westside, on Birmingham, on the West Midlands, and it's just such an exciting year, and you guys are right at the heart of it.
We have a fantastic relationship with Westside BID. Not only do they provide us with support, local networking, for example organising our International Women's Day afternoon tea, they also provide us with security, they put on award ceremonies throughout the year. They're a very good source of local networking for us Westside BID are, and they're always on hand for anything we need support with in and around Brindley Place as well. As the lead up to the Commonwealth Games, we're very excited. Not only is it bringing much tourism to the hospitality sector, which I'm sure most will agree is much needed, it's just very nice to have Birmingham placed back onto the map, rightfully as a second city. These are the kinds of events we should be having in the city, and we're delighted to welcome people as the Games appear on and ramp up to have guests with us. The lead up to the Games, we're having many people stay with us. We're having many people hold events in and around the city, so it's great to be part of a larger network, not only for the Commonwealth Games, but to network with the wider Birmingham team as well. We are actually fully occupied at the moment, but least to say, you know, if anybody wants to look at anything before and after the Games, we can certainly help. But if anybody does need anything, they can always get in touch with me. So we can host events for up to 120 people in our recess restaurant. We can also host private events upstairs in our gallery for 120 people maximum as well, and smaller events, so we can do private dinners, lunches, afternoon teas. We've got a great bar and lobby area, and we've also got the terraces, weather permitted, where we can do summer barbecues as well.
Hi everyone, Danny Hadley here. I run a business on Upper Broad Street, Velvet Music Rooms and Sugar Sweet Nightclub. I just wanted to take a moment to discuss really what it means to us as a business to be part of the wonderful community that is Westside. Just in light of the pending AGM, if I were to sum it up in one sentence, I would say being a member of Westside is like the line from the famous song, "You'll Never Walk Alone." And that might sound a little bit dramatic or even music to the ears of any Liverpool fan, but actually I mean every word of it, the sentiment behind it. Mike and his team have been invaluable to us, particularly since having gone through the pandemic. We've, as a business, gone through some of our darkest moments, but we've never felt that we were on our own. And in fact, for all those many months that we were closed, we were actually able to tap into some of the opportunities that came our way in terms of the media support. On countless occasions, Mike and his team arranged for local news stations, local and national radio to come in and do interviews with us on various topics. We took those opportunities and we used them as a way of developing our marketing to grow our customer base, all while being closed, which is fantastic. And believe me, as an independent business, it's very much appreciated, invaluable. I'd also very much like to mention the support that we receive from the street wardens. Again, it's that physical presence, that arm of support that we need sometimes during the most unsociable of hours, just to back us up in certain situations, we know that they're there, whether we need them or not. The presence is very much welcome. They've really helped us out on countless occasions. They're a really good friend to Velvet Music Rooms, all those guys and girls. And moving forward to the summer of 2022, obviously we've got the Commonwealth Games to look forward to, which is of huge interest and excitement to the whole of the city, but particularly us on Broad Street. We're already pretty much full for some of the key dates, and that combined with hopefully the finish of the tram line, and throw in a bit of good weather on top of that, it just means that the future should be very bright, and we're very much looking forward to hopefully having one of our best years to date. That's it from me, guys. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and if ever you're passing by, please do pop in and see us at Velvet Music Rooms. Many thanks.
Hi, I'm Debbie Challoner. I'm a retail manager in Brindley Place. I've had the privilege to work alongside Westside as a director for 2.5 years. I just wanted to say a huge thank you for all the support you give, not just to retail, but for our venues, as well as the many thousands of visitors, residents, and all those that find themselves vulnerable. Looking forward to the year ahead, we're hoping for a record-breaking year that puts Westside firmly on the map and can confidently say we have the best team around us to help us to do that.
It's absolutely wonderful to hear the excitement from so many people and to hear how much they value the Westside BID. I'd like to share with you the moment we awarded our Depeche Mystery his silver plate to mark his outstanding achievements during his time at the Westside BID as chairman. Watch this next clip.
We've come here today to celebrate your tenure as chairman of the Westside BID, and what a fantastic chairmanship it's been. We've had some challenging times. I think some of the most challenging times we've ever had on Westside, if I'm honest. First of all, there was the tram builders coming through and closing the street off. The very sort of the heart of the arterial road that we have that comes through our area. and you've managed the conflicting interests that we have between Westside and the tram builders fantastically. I was very proud that we've, we were almost about to have that tram open on the street, and what a fantastic asset that will be for Westside. Then subsequently there was the pandemic, and what a phenomenal challenge that's been for us. I was particularly proud of the fund that we created, and that enabled the businesses in the area to apply for funds that allowed them to adopt to a new way of working, adapt to the challenging times that we had, and improve their services. And that was made possible by the match funding that we gave them. I'd like to say that we've come out of the pandemic. We've got a healthy balance sheet. We've still got some reserves, and what a challenging period that was. You've been a fantastic chairman. You've made it look so easy. You're like a breeze. I mean, I'll be sorry to see you leave as chairman. I know that you're sticking around with us as a board member, and I'm very, very pleased that you're going to be able to do that. So, in recognition of your chairmanship, I'd like to present you with this plate from everyone on the board and all the members of Westside. I'd like to present you with that plate. Dipesh.
Fantastic, Jez. That truly feel very humbled to receive this, and thank you for your kind words. It's been, you are right, it's been a very challenging period, in particular the last 2 years, but I have to say it wouldn't have been possible without the excellent collaboration between our members, our directors, our board, and also our Westside BID office team. They've been absolutely superb. The best part of it is, though, I have to say I've thoroughly enjoyed my time as chair. Really hoping over the next few months I get the opportunity to meet as many of our members as I move out of Westside. But for me, a huge thank you for all your support during my time as chair, and hopefully look to see Westside continue to grow with the exciting times that we have ahead.
Dipesh, thank you.
Thanks very much, Jez. Thank you.
As we now look towards the future, I'd like to introduce BID Director and Cabinet Member for Transport and Environment, Councillor Waseem Zafar, to update you on what's to come.
Councillor Waseem Zafar, Cabinet Member for Transport and Environment at Birmingham City Council, and privileged to be one of Birmingham City Council's representatives on the Westside Business Improvement District Board. I want to say a big thank you to everyone involved in the Business Improvement District, particularly the businesses. It's been an incredibly difficult period of time. We've had the challenges of COVID, 2 years of life that we never would have expected. And I know that's taken its toll on business. I've met with many of you over that period of time, and I've seen how frustrated you've been, but I've also seen how much effort you put in to support your staff and also create a safe environment to welcome back visitors to Broad Street. And obviously there's also been challenges with the disruption caused by the tram development on the Broad Street. But we've got so much to look forward to over the next coming weeks, months and years ahead on Broad Street, with the tram development nearly complete, and hopefully trams will be running on Broad Street very, very soon, welcoming visitors to our city in a way that supports the council and the city's Route to Zero targets, and also improves our air quality too. And the Commonwealth Games. We will deliver the best ever Commonwealth Games that's ever taken place here in Birmingham. We'll welcome 1 million visitors to our city. It's going to, without doubt, be one of the most exciting times in Birmingham's history. And there's so much more beyond that to look forward to as we look forward to this golden decade. I want to say a big thank you to the board, Dipesh and the board. I want to say a huge thank you to Mike and his amazing team, particularly the wardens. You know, you all go above and beyond the call of duty to support businesses, to support visitors, to support all stakeholders on Broad Street. And on behalf of Birmingham City Council, I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you as we look forward to this exciting time for each and every one of us.